Thousands of people took to the Virginia state capitol to protest proposed bills that could make it harder to purchase firearms. And considering the gun control debate is being had across the country, KIMT News 3's Isabella Basco is finding out people right here in Rochester have their own opinions on the legislation. She joins us now. Isabella?
While thousands of people in Richmond rallied to protest gun laws, I found people in the Med-City who were both for and against stricter firearm legislation.
The U.S. Constitution was created to set the laws of a new land. Centuries later, and we're still debating one amendment, the right of the people to keep and bear arms.
The Second Amendment was put in by our founding fathers for very good reasons, so we could protect ourselves.
But I also think that we need to have universal background checks. I think that we need stricter rules in place, and I think there are certain type of guns that people, civilians, just don't need to have access to.
Judy Olson thinks the timing of this rally is insensitive.
I think that if they are trying to open a dialogue about gun rights, choosing to have a rally like that on Martin Luther King Day is not appropriate.
Ralph Hettick, the owner of Wild Goose Sports, is not shy about sharing his opinion.
And if I was living down there, I'd probably be there.
He says legislation is not the answer.
How are you going to stop somebody that's a nut? They're improperly raised. They're not taught how to be, get along with their neighbors, and very little of it would do any good.
Olson sees the issue much differently.
Certainly the Constitution was made a long time ago, and that's why we have amendments, is because the world changes. When the Constitution was made, I wouldn't have been allowed to vote. So we learn things, we do things better, and I think that we can do gun control better.
According to the Virginia Division of Capitol Police, around 22,000 people attended that rally. Live in Rochester, Isabella Basco, KIMT News 3.
Thanks, Isabella. Looking a bit closer to home, the Minnesota Senate Judiciary and Public Safety Committee will hold a hearing on both anti-gun and pro-gun legislation tomorrow.
We track storms to alert you first. This is KIMT Storm Team 3, weather coverage you can count on.
KIMT Storm Team 3 Chief Meteorologist